We're in Darwin City. We're down across from the wharf. You probably can see the wheel behind us. We've come down for a last trip. We're off tomorrow. Woo! Yeah. After all this time.
2.5 months. It's a bittersweet day for us because, as Jill's just said, it's our last day. We're off tomorrow to Kakadu. So we are looking forward to that, but this is, yes, a bittersweet moment. 2.5 months. We've come down here more or less
for ice cream.
More or less every other day for ice cream or coffee or some such thing. So we've really enjoyed it here.
But we're coming back.
Yeah. So if you're still following us, by February, we're coming back to experience the wet season.
Yeah.
So hopefully we will have as much footage for you then as we have had during this very hot, dry season. But we'll see you soon in Kakadu.
Bye. Bye.
It's hot today.
Very hot.
Hot and lots of flies. We're at Ubirr to see the rock art. So
very old, about 5,000 years old. Is that all? I thought they'd be older than that.
Anyhow, we will try and keep cool. We'll try and stay in the shade as much as we can. And we'll hopefully show you some of the rock art.
And avoid the flies.
It's bloody hot here. Catch you later.
Bye.
Well, as you can see, Jill is goosed and I've got sweat running down my eyes. But we made it to the top of the lookout at Ubirr National Park. This is where you come allegedly for the sunset, but I don't think we'll be doing that. It's 38 degrees and yeah, it's not necessarily the best climatic conditions for scrambling up rocks, but anyhow, here we are, we made it. What have you got to say, Mrs. Mayers? You're hot.
Is there anything else to say?
She's hot, there's nothing else to say. I'll show you around the tablelands here at the top of the climb. Okay, so this is the East Alligator River, the southern part of the river, just below Cahills Crossing, which is up that way. Hopefully you've seen some of the footage from Cahills Crossing, but we got booted off again by the warden. So we've come down, not allowed up there. So we've come down here, but there's still plenty of crocodiles. Now, they're fascinating. So what happens is the tide flows downstream, and then just before high tide, about 15 minutes before high tide, it turns and flows upstream, and the alligators and the crocodiles just sit there waiting for the fish to jump into their mouths.
A leisurely lunch.
A leisurely lunch. They must have
sit there waiting. They don't put any effort in at all.
We must have seen 40, 50 crocodiles, and as Jill says, for every one you see,
there's another, don't know how many, lurking.
There's another 40 or 50 underneath the water. So this river, East Alligator River, is seriously crocodile infested. Saltwater crocodiles, the big ones. And just to make it even more pleasant, it's 40 degrees today.
But there's a slight breeze.
A slight breeze.
That is a slight.
So you can see the river behind us. It looks very grey and muddy.
Oh look, there's a croc there now.
Yeah, where? There you go. If Jill's right, I can't see it on this screen.
I can't see your screen properly, but I pointed.
If you can see it better than me, then there's a croc. Anyhow, that's us done at Cahills Crossing. We'll catch you later.
Bye.
Okay, well, we've left Kakadu and we're on our way to Katherine. We're having a pit stop at what used to be the Mary River Roadhouse, but it's closed until further notice. Looks a bit desolate. I think we have a turkey and a hen down here under the shade of the caravan. They're probably hungry, poor things. It's hot. What's new? Anyhow, as I say, we're on our way to Katherine, so we're just going to have a quick pit stop, and hopefully we'll be in Katherine shortly. So this is Big 4 Breeze Katherine Caravan Park. That's a heck of a name, bit of a mouthful. Look, there's another JB Gator X. We've spoken to the couple who are travelling with us, who own this, and they have the same weights issue as us. In fact, they have an even bigger weights problem because their tail mass is heavier than ours. So they simply cannot travel with water in their tanks, they told us. Ridiculous. So this is site 115, which is where we stayed last time we were here 3 months ago. And I wanted to come back to this site because it's shaded by these trees, keeps it cool. It gets bloody hot here in the afternoon. It's been 41 degrees every day so far. So it's 41 degrees now, and I think we'll go for a swim in the pool. This is Edith Falls. We've come to Edith Falls, and guess what? It's bloody hot again today. 41 degrees. Anyhow, we'll come down to the waterfalls. Hopefully we'll get some shots and footage of the waterfalls and the beautiful swimming pool, and you never know, you might see us in there swimming. You might even see Jill swimming. Oh, Jill's favourite signs, crocodile safety. She loves to be reminded that there are crocodiles. Are you going swimming with the crocs? Okay, so this is Katherine Hot Springs. We did come here on our way up from the Stuart Highway in June, but to be honest, we were just recovering from COVID and we weren't really all that energetic. But we decided to come back. Good day, it's 40 degrees outside as usual, but it's lovely and shaded here and the water's really warm. And Jill's now going to show you just how lovely it is here. It's neck high, but if you come to here, it's not. My neck. Just get in.
I didn't know that's crazy. Go down.
No, yeah, you can put your feet down now.
Swimming lessons would have been so much different, Carol, back in the day if we came here. Even you might have been tempted, and I might have been tempted. Oh, you see, it's very shallow. I'm just showing off floating. Where you come from?
Down to it, so Harvey and Baxter, Hudson's going to do one more float if you want to go and join him. It's deep, you can jump where it's light there, it's deep.
Now for something completely different. We went to see an Outback Experience. We went to a station, it's owned by Tom Curtin, here in Katherine, and he showed us how we call it training, but he's calling it horse starting and working dog demonstrations, which actually is part of the work they are doing to train, in our words, the animals. The animals come from various places for training, or they're even given dogs that are wayward that they only haven't been able to train, and he's trained them. It's quite a different experience for us.
It was fascinating to see the relationship between the trainer and the animals as it developed over the course of the evening, particularly with the horses. And the one where you see the footage of the woman training the horse and how to put a saddle on it and how the horse has to accept the saddle and the bridle and such like, was really quite fascinating. It was also funny to see the effect that the training was having on the dogs. We all think of dogs as smart, but he said that the dogs were nowhere near as smart as the horses, and you could see that in the way the dogs were reacting. They were very funny, they were very impulsive, the dogs, whereas the horses much less so.
But he accepts untrainable dogs. Sometimes he's given them free, and he's managed to do some training with them. Although there was a naughty little dog that evening, Trev, who kept running out of his spot, but he kept getting sent back.
Hear that train coming, rolling around here, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know where, but I'm stuck in Folsom prison. Time keeps dragging on. If they ears go back, it means they're angry, and I just growl at them like the dogs, okay? Until their ears come forward. And so this is where.
But yeah, on one of our very last nights here in the tropics in Katherine, on a very, very warm evening, this was a great way to spend an evening. Hope you enjoy the footage as much as we do.
They got married early, never had no money, till he got laid off, really hit, yeah. Then he started drinking, then he started fighting, took it pretty badly, she killed both the kids. Yeah, so we had Isabel out here before with a couple of horses, and so now I just want to see if I can, instead of where Isabel was standing, I want to see if we can actually get these other guys to come out. Good.
Well, you know what they say, better late than never. So we were due to be here on the 12th of June, and it's now the 19th of September, public holiday for the Queen's funeral. But at least we made it, so we'll see what Bitter Springs has got to offer. I can tell you what it's got to offer. It's another 40-degree day and more crocodile safety warnings. So this is Jill about to, not very convincingly, get into Bitter Springs. She's concerned that it's deeper than the other springs that we've been to, and therefore she's worried that this might be the last time you'll see her on the video because she'll drown. So this is Jill, and as you can see, she didn't drown.
She didn't go in.
Because she didn't go in Bitter Springs. She decided it was too deep, too wet and too slimy.
No, it was too slimy.
Too slimy.
It wasn't very welcoming.
So, unfortunately, you had to see footage of me instead of Jill. Alright, we're going to try Mataranka Springs shortly. Okay, we're going to try Mataranka Thermal Pool.
Rainbow Spring.
On the Waterhouse River. A place to explore and relax, he says. We will see. Okay, this is Mataranka Hot Springs, and Jill's going to attempt now to see if she can drown or get eaten by a crocodile, part 2. Notice the new addition. The noodle.
Come back over here.
We found some noodles at a petrol station. This is Mataranka Hot Springs.
Very nice.
What?
Very nice.
Say that again.
Very nice. I didn't like the last one.
Jill didn't like Bitter Springs, but she's very
So
happy here.
disappointed. I was looking forward to Bitter Springs. Anyway, this is better than Bitter Springs.
Because you've got a noodle.
No, nothing to do with the noodle. I didn't like the slime.
Alright, well we're going to splash around for a little bit longer, and then we're going to go and get a cold drink.
Or a hot one.
Or a hot dog. Catch you later.